Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. This is the Fat Wiking, as always, coming to you from this cow. This cow. Look at you. Hi. 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 Okay. That is over. Awkward. Over. Good. So what's going on, guys? What's going on? We've been tearing out this mountain for, I don't know, a couple hours, probably. Just block by block. Tearing it out because I no longer have any TNT. And if you didn't see that live stream, I'm angry with all of your asses. But I forgive you. I'll forgive you. Because I know you'll be here. So, what is on my mind today? Why am I digging? Well, you know, anyone that knows, if I start out digging, this is going to be a lengthy, talky episode. Because I got something to say. I got an itch to scratch, as it were. And so that's just what we're going to do. So heads up now, in case you don't like that kind of stuff. But here we go. So lately, myself included, I have been seeing a lot of friends and internet acquaintances that have been feeling about the same way I have. Feeling like they're missing out on a huge portion of their life. That they're getting sucked into things and there's no control over it. Like, there's not many people, if you are a responsible adult anyway, that will break their everyday routine, that will bust out of whatever it is they're doing, their job, their school, etc., and do something that is completely not them, that is completely, utterly different than things they normally do. I want to change this. Mainly for me, because that's just how I've been feeling lately. But I honestly think that life's getting a bit stale for me. I talked to a friend yesterday about this, how it seems just we can't do anything. There's no fun to be had. Obviously, we can take these weak little vacations for, a week, a weekend, but you talk about the idea of taking a vacation for a month, and everyone's like, wait a minute, I can't. I have bills to pay. I can't just abandon everything, leave work for a month, and, go on an epic adventure. And I've been thinking about that more and more, which made me realize that that is not what I want to do. I don't want to be that type of person that's so tied down to a job that they don't even like that I'm missing out on life, and I'm not going to have that. That is mainly what I'm going for here. So, I've decided that very soon, although I'm going back to school completely online, I'm going to make it worthwhile. I'm going to take all my classes online just so that I don't have to be in a classroom setting to do it. I can bring my laptop, I can bring my tablet, and do it wherever I see fit, on the beach or, any different place that I want to. I don't want to be just tied into, okay, come home or go to work, eat, play some video games, do the same thing day after day after day. Frankly, I'm sick of it. I am quite sick of it. And others may qualify this as being like a midlife, mid-20s crisis. But I beg to differ. I really don't think that this is going to be one of those things that is like I need to do this because, I have nothing else. No, because that's not the case at all. I have always been a person who is super, super responsible with their money, will never get overdrawn, will have savings account, and lots of funds in there so that I never have to truly worry. I am also the type of person, though, that will buy something because it looks new, shiny, and good. So those two don't really mix well, but I'm still very responsible with my money. And I've decided that's all well and good, but it's not who I want to be. It's not what I want to do. I want to go and explore the world. If you give it an average, every person will live, let's say, roughly 75 years. That is 27,000 days, 27,295 or something like that. It's not that many days. Think about it. Think about your life as it relates to days. How long do you have left? How many days? Think about each day as something that just you're not going to get back, because you won't. You will never be younger than you are right now. But you will constantly be older than you are right now. That's the sad truth. So even as I'm sitting here recording this video, I'm aging. Very slowly, seconds and minutes at the time. But seconds and minutes turn into hours. Hours then turn to days. And it keeps escalating, and to the point where we don't have a whole lot of time. I've kind of accepted the fact that I'm not going to make an entire difference to the world. I'm not. I've accepted this fact, and even though my poetry, my short stories have affected people and affected their emotions, I don't think I'm going to be the one that changes the world. I really don't think I will. I don't think I will be remembered in the history books, though I wish I was. And I don't think that's the case. However, I'm now thinking more of the lines of, I don't want to make the world a better place. I want to give myself the life that I've always been so apprehensive to have. I want to give myself the life that I would be proud to tell my grandkids, like, this is what I did. These are the stories that I captured with my own two hands, with the experiences I've collected over an accumulative amount of time, and I want something to show for it. I want to be that person. I want to be the storyteller. But I don't want any of it to be made up. I want to be able to tell people that, I don't know, I went scuba diving over in some random remote location, like the Dead Sea or something, and I want to do all these crazy things. I want to see everything I can see possible. I've been working for like a cumulative total of, I think, 4 years. I think I started when I was 17 at various different jobs. And although I might find a job that I really, really like, I don't think I could ever, in a million years, find a job that would make me think, yes, this is what I want to do every day of my life, because this is exciting enough for me. This is everything I ever dreamed of. That's just not going to happen. No matter how much I like my job, I will never be able to say that. I will never be able to say, look, I'm going to work today. I'm not going on vacation. I'm not going on an adventure. I'm going to work today. I'll never be able to say that with a straight face. And that's just how it is. So, what my plan is, and I want to do it. I'm trying to push myself so hard to do it, but that's really the hard part. Getting yourself off your ass in order to go and do it, in order to conquer it. Get off your ass. Go do it. Those are the words that I constantly give to myself. Those are the words I constantly repeat over. Like, don't be such a pussy. Do this. You will regret this for the rest of your life if you do not do this. And I'm starting not to care. Obviously, I will still be afraid and apprehensive while doing all these things, but I don't care. I'm just going to do it. That's the only logic that I can honestly say fits me right now. I want to do it. Now later, in my 30s, 40s, 50s, fine. I will work. I will be the responsible one, and I will take charge of my life. But before I get to that stage, before I get settled down in a career and a job, I want to go everywhere. I want to see everything from my own two eyes. I don't want to see it through a computer screen. I don't want to see it through a cell phone. I want to see it physically. I want to be there, and I want to show, not even show, I just do it for myself. Honestly, I could even care less if anyone comes along for the ride. And I've asked a couple people, I've poked around the idea with a couple, but they all say the same thing. I can't, I have my job. Well, you know, I wish they could see it the way I do right now. I wish that they could see how this is going to affect them. Yes, it's going to help your future. Don't get me wrong, it will. When you're working towards goals, college, and new career opportunities, it will further your future. I'm not saying it won't. But I am saying we can't be so involved with our work. We can't be so involved just by our content little lives. We need to push ourselves. We need to go and try things so out of the box that you're just like, was that me? Did I do that? And that's really what I'm going for. I refuse to be just bound here, just doing nothing. And so once a week now, and that's how I'm going to start it, and I will keep you guys updated as I do more, but once a week right now, I am pushing myself to do something out of the ordinary. To try something I've wanted to try. Just to do things that I want to do at any given day, any given time of the week. Regardless if I have work the next day. I don't care. I just don't care. I know so many people that feel this exact same way. They want to do what I'm shooting for. They want to go and do all these crazy adventures. But they're so scared of doing it because it's outside of their social norm. Because it's just so out of the realm of possibility for them that they think it's impossible. But I'm here telling you that it's not impossible. Nothing in this world that you want is impossible. Now, having said that, there are unrealistic dream expectations. Like being president. One out of the, whatever, we have 2 or 3, maybe even 400 million people in the United States. One of those people will be selected every 4 years. Usually every 8 years, though, because of the incumbency. So the odds of that are low. I'm sorry to tell you. But if you have planned your whole life in order to do that, you can make it. It's not impossible. You can do it. So what I want to set as a boundary and a guideline for everyone is more or less an action plan. And we all have plans in case of an emergency. Where we're going to go, who we're going to call, what we're going to grab, etc., and where we're going to meet when it's all over. We have action plans in that regard, but we do not have plans for life. Now, honestly, I don't think that it really needs a plan, but markers in order to guide you in the direct direction. Recently, I have wrote down everything that I want to do. I have plastered it in my room. I see it every day now. I see every obstacle I want to overcome, every information, knowledge I want to obtain, everything I want to do, from the smallest things to the exploring the world things. I want to do so many things, and starting today, when this video comes out, I will be doing them. I am going to cross things off my list and do them as I see fit. I want to also inspire others to embrace this. You literally, I'm not going to quote Drake here. I'm not going to say you only live once, because Drake is dumb. But I will say that what the hell are you waiting for? Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, what the hell am I waiting for? And I'm sure you'll have a response. You'll know every reason, every possible conundrum that you could think of. You will know the answer. You'll know exactly why you aren't doing it. Whether it be the money factor. Yes, it is an issue. But is it really that dire of an issue, is the question. Could you find ways around it? Yes. Yes, you could. That's what I'm trying to share here. Let's go sleep real quick. That's what I want people to realize. Nothing, and I mean nothing, no one, or any circumstance should keep you from doing what you actually want to do with your life. It's your life. Do as you see fit with it. If you don't agree with that, that's fine. I don't expect 90% of you to actually agree with everything that I'm saying here today. I don't expect anyone to really hear what I'm saying here. I really don't expect any of those things. Now, if it happens, awesome. That's great. I changed one person's opinion, I'm happy. If I made them see that, hey, why am I doing this? I'm happy. But starting now, happiness is going to come from me. It's going to come from doing things that I am so terrified in order to do. But I'm going to do them because it's something that I've always wanted to do. I've never been that person that's just like, okay, let's just sit in, do nothing. Let's watch another 3.5 hours of a great TV show. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're with someone. But we can't make it an everyday occurrence. We can't follow our routines. Now, obviously, some need to be followed. Don't quote me on that, because there are things that do need to be followed every day. And if you don't, then you're just nasty. Like showering. Showering is to be an everyday routine. Don't give that one up. As with brushing your teeth, putting on deodorant, all those things. You do that, I want nothing to do with you. I am happy for you in your dream of being smelly, but I want nothing to do with you. Easier said than done, right? Right? I think so. I'm really trying here, guys. I'm trying to just be a beacon for myself. Not someone that I, always have to count on, but a beacon that sets my life up in the way I have always wanted it to be, that I've always dreamed at night when I can sleep, that's what it would be. That's just what I'm going to do. I encourage and implore everyone to try what I'm thinking, to write down all of your goals. Stitch them all over your room. Post-it notes. Put them on the mirror. Put them on your fridge. Anywhere you'll look every single day. Write down all the things you want to do. And then write what's stopping you separately on a different one right next to it. Write what is it that is keeping you from doing this? Is it a boyfriend, girlfriend that you are currently seeing that's holding you down and keeping you from doing exactly what you've always dreamed? Is it your parents that are constricting you because you live in their house? Is it your own mentality from you doing your job day in and day out and the feeling of being comfortable, of not wanting to take any risks in your life? Think about all those things and think exactly what can you do to overcome that. If it's your parents, you need to move out. If it's the boyfriend that's holding you down, you need to break up with them. If it's yourself, you have to push through the pain. You have to push through the uncomfortableness, which is not a word. You got to push through all the awkward moments and do it. Just do it. I know. Right there sounded like Shia LaBeouf. Wasn't trying to. It just came out like that. But I really do expect each and every one of you to think about it. To not do things for yourself. Wait, no, that was wrong. I want you to do things for yourself. I want you to prove to yourself that you can do it. That you can literally do anything. Anything that you set your entire mind to. And that nothing is out of the realm of possibility. Decide what kind of person you want to be. Whether you want to have Netflix and chill days every day, fine. That's the person you want to be, I'm happy for you. You've exceeded. Good job. Whether you want to go on extended vacations and adventures to places you've never been, never seen with your own eyes, be that person. And if you want to be the most responsible person there is, and it gives your life meaning, then by all means, do it. Anything. Literally anything that you are doing, that you want to do, don't get stopped. Don't let Gandalf say you can't pass. Okay? Don't do it. Because you'll regret it. And as you're looking at your life in an overall view, when you're 60, 70 years old, are you going to be happy with the life you chose? Are you going to be dissatisfied with the lack of things that you've done? Everyone will feel like one or the other. But you need to just do it. I want every one of us to strive for the world. And don't worry about making it a better place. but worry about making it good for you. And then, by extension, if you feel good, others will feel good. That's just how the way positivity works. That's the reason I come in every day and I'm all happy, up and beat, lifting and everything like that. And I've learned a lot from that. It really makes the utmost difference with your attitude. Because if you believe that you are sad and helpless all the time, you're going to be sad and helpless all the time. And not one person's going to want to constantly talk to you, you know? Because it's just like, well, I could talk to this person, but they constantly bring me down. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope so. I really do. Because, really, be honest. You don't need that negativity in your life. It's just another thing holding you down to the ground. And in a world where we are just so unchained to do anything our heart desires, don't let the gravity be your only tether. Exempt yourself from those rules and explore life as full as you can possibly make it to satisfy your own means. In the end, it's always up to you. What you do from here on out, what you do with your life, how you spend your time and invest your money, that's all on you. I've given you the tools in order to do it yourself, to explore the world, to conquer your own dreams, your nightmares, and make it into reality that you never thought possible. It's doable. For you, that sheep, that cow, and that sheep, it's doable. For everyone. I just want you to know that. Remember what I say, because it will last.